I think I know why they call it the lemon squeezer. Good morning, campers. It's a beautiful morning. It's cool, sunny. It's like it was yesterday, more or less. I'm leaving the Wildcat shelter, headed toward the Fingerboard shelter. It's a weird name for a shelter, Fingerboard. It's 14.5 miles today, so substantially less than yesterday. Yesterday, it was a long day. It was tougher terrain than I expected. It was rocky as hell. I was surprised. You know, you get to like the New Jersey, New York border around there, and you're not so much boulder hopping, you're walking along these rocky escarpments, as you saw. Some of them are steep, you know, they're rounded. And so you start to walk down the edge of the rock, this rocky ridge, and at some point you're going to lose traction. You've got to hop or step or lower yourself down. So it was a little more technical than I was expecting, but all things considered, my feet and legs held up remarkably well considering the distance I covered and the kind of terrain I was covering. Just gonna plug away at it today and see what the terrain is like. So let's go. So this is known as Fitzgerald Falls. It's a beautiful, gosh, it's gotta be 30, 40 feet high. And the trail goes right next to it, up these steps. So you get to walk right alongside the waterfall, essentially. Right up to the top of it. Alright. There it is. Whoop. Hello. Actually starts up here. Comes down this way. And we go shooting right over the edge down there. Right down below. Fungus looks like a candy corn. Ha. So I looked around in this section and there are all kinds of remnants of dry stone walls. There's some along that hillside, some up there at the top you might not be able to see so well. And there's some coming down over here in the distance, and then there's one right here in front of me. There's one back there, right in the middle of the screen. There's a little remnant here in the middle, and that kind of curves around here. So this is a very interesting spot. I just wonder, all these walls kind of crisscrossing, going different directions, what they were all marking or delineating. Very interesting. On the side of the trail, sitting on a rock, literally in tears, having a meltdown. She was on the phone with a Merrill, the shoe company, a Merrill customer support rep, and after I sussed everything out, the upshot of the whole thing is her shoes are shot. She's got over 1,000 miles on them. She should have probably changed them a while back. But I guess it's been a week-long ordeal trying to get things sorted out with the Merrill customer support. They're asking for a receipt. She bought them in Texas. Doesn't have the receipt with her, obviously. And, you know, she's trying to send them a copy of her bank statement evidencing that she made a purchase at a store there, back where she lives. Anyway, it's kind of a debacle. So I stayed with her till she got off the phone. I got her mind off things, showed her my bear video, told her about the troubles I had at the Appalachian Motel, just to kind of change her thought pattern there. And then I set about looking on the map where we are and where the nearest places where she could get a temporary pair of shoes while she waits for these merrills to be shipped, or the whole matter being sorted out. So I found in Harriman, New York, there's a Walmart Supercenter, Target. There's actually an outlet center too, with there's a North Face, there's a Columbia, there's an Asics. So I said, look, that's right off Route 17, New York 17. The trail is going to cross New York 17 in 7.5 miles. So I said, if you can make it 7.5 miles, that'll take you maybe 5 hours at the most. 4 to 5 hours. So I said, you should be there between 1 and 2 o'clock, depending on if you take any breaks. I said, you get there, you call for an Uber, find a safe place for the Uber driver to pull over, obviously. Parking area, wide shoulder. Get the Uber to take you straight up Route 17, drop you off at your choice, Walmart or the North Face, Columbia, wherever you want. And you get yourself another pair of shoes that'll last you for a few weeks at least, until you can get your Merrill situation sorted out. I also told her to think about REI. She is a member there. Contact REI. They're really good. Great return policy, but also very helpful if there's a customer service issue with your stuff. Everything's in their computer. Everything's under your account. You don't have to hunt through emails to find a receipt. That kind of thing. So anyway, gave her a lot to think about. So we exchanged phone numbers so she can contact me if she has any additional problems or questions or whatever that I might be able to help with. So I spent about a half hour on the side of the trail with her, kind of talking her off the ledge and getting her to calm down and realize that there's a solution here, and explained it to her, showed it to her. She understands it, and hopefully everything will work out. But it's kind of funny, I keep bumping into her. She hikes farther than I do every day, but I keep bumping into her for one reason or another. So funny how that works out. I just had a little snack break, filtered some more water, and texted to let her know that the road crossing that's right before the place where I stopped, that might be a good spot for her to get an Uber if she wants, because there's a little pull-off area. The car could pull over and pick her up. She texted back and said that she saw that on the map and she thinks that's what she's going to do. I told her to text me when she got her new shoes. Text me a photo of her new shoes. Alright, so I gotta make my way uphill. I don't know if you can tell how steep that is. It's steep. This rock right here is at about waist level. This top of this rock, that's waist level for me. So I gotta figure out how to navigate up through here. Put my foot on different rocks. I don't know what's better to show you, where my feet are going or what I'm looking at ahead of me. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Oh my God. Okay. Gotta step up here. Oh. Another up. Okay. And then, I think it wants me to go this way. I gotta get my foot right there. Let's swing this leg around. Oh my God. Okay. Up under here. Up here. And let's see, up here, and here, and here, and here. I know to you it looks like I'm just walking, and I'm stepping up almost every step. Anywhere from a foot to 2 feet up, straight up steps. Okay. Oh. Okay. This one. So I got to squeeze through here. Whoa, loose rock. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, blazes are up there. I gotta go through that little pass here. Oh, jeez Louise. Loose rocks. Oh my God. I got a couple fallen trees to deal with. Mostly that one. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh. Get over this tree. Up here. Oh, that's a big step. There we go. And I gotta go that way, and I can hear voices. So, all right, I made it. Oh, geez Louise. I made it from down there up here. I should reiterate the care you have to take, because if you step just a little bit off trail, if you stumble or you're not paying attention, I mean, you're just going, you're going down. That's going to be a hard landing, my friends. So, you know, the trail's here, but then sheer drop-offs to the side. So, you know, stay on the trail and watch your step. So I just passed a couple of section hikers, and they said there's a trail angel 5 miles ahead, which is just about where I was planning to stop anyway for my second break of the day. So now I have a renewed motivation to get down the trail before the trail angel leaves and the food is gone. I'm looking straight ahead right now, and you can see that blaze. Here's the trail. It's just up a big mess of fallen trees and rocks and roots, and good Lord, who saw that and thought, you know, this is where the trail needs to go? Oh my God. Okay, I'd have to stop and take a little break. That was one of the toughest climbs so far. Definitely top 5, probably top 3. I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know that was coming today. That was pretty sheer. There was no bars to hold on to or anything. And here's one difference of New York. When you do all that work and you get to the top, you're not even rewarded with a view. It's just trees. You can't see anything. That was tough. I had to step backwards a couple times. I couldn't get my momentum forward enough. And that's one of the tricks you gotta do when you've got all this weight on your back. You gotta make sure you're always leaning forward. You can't ever lose your balance like standing up or leaning back, because your pack will pull you right backwards, and then you're in trouble. Whew. So a couple times I slung my leg up and pushed, and then I couldn't get enough forward momentum, and I had to step back, and there were some muddy spots, some wet spots, made it slippery. So that was a workout. So just stepped off the trail to find some trail magic on the side of the trail here. Even got a little board to sign. Look at that. Sign the board, all kinds of goodies in there. Got fresh fruit and sodas and Gatorade and some chairs to sit in. And there's a nice fellow who's providing a wedge. So thank you, Wedge.
You're welcome.
Very,
glad to have you.
very welcome. This is the first real full-blown trail magic I've run across. So how about that trail magic? That was my first real kind of full-blown trail magic on the trail this trip in 2 months. So that was good. That was nice of him to do that. I had a Gatorade, I had an apple, I had Rice Krispies bar, and I had a bag of chips, a little snack bag of chips, and then I took a little snack baggie of Skittles to snack on. But in any event, guess what? The shelter I was planning on staying at tonight, bear issue. I think the shelter's closed. I'll know when I get there. But the story is a kid in a tent near the shelter, at a tent site near the shelter, was pulled out of the tent by a bear. I don't know the details surrounding it. I don't know if he had food in his tent. I don't know anything more than that. But Wedge, the guy running the trail magic, said they've set a bear trap there. Now, if they've set a bear trap, they're not going to leave the shelter open, right? I mean, they're just not. They're not going to allow people stay near where there's a live bear trap set. So I have to imagine the shelter's closed. When I get to within 2 miles of the shelter, that's when I'll know, okay, where am I time-wise? What's the terrain look like between here and a mile, let's say, past the shelter? So the next 3 miles, the 2 miles before the shelter and the mile after the shelter. What's that terrain look like? How quickly do I think I can cover that terrain? How likely will I be to be able to find a good stealth spot? One problem is it's Harriman State Park. You are only allowed to camp in designated campsites. You're not supposed to just backcountry camp wherever you like, which is technically stealth camping. Although I've been told by someone who shall remain nameless that it's not really a problem because there's only 8 rangers to cover Harriman State Park, and they don't work after dark. And if you're at least a mile from a road, you're probably safe. So that's a factor. But I have to set up before dark. I can't wait until it's dark and then set up a camp. So I may have to talk to some other hikers and just to see what the consensus is. Just one of those days, see, you got to roll with the punches, folks. You never know what's going to happen. These bears, as cute as they are, some of them just become too habituated to people and the food that we... Fly just almost tried to go by. They're just too habituated to food, or to people, because of the food we carry. So, shame on us, shame on people. Train has been, again, more challenging than I expected. New York is turning out to be a little more rugged than I realized. It's tougher than the Cranberry Lake Trail, I'll tell you that. Up in the Adirondacks. There's a pond back there behind those trees, and at some point they built this channel out of stone. There's mortar between these rocks. And the water goes down this way. And there's more stonework. It's very interesting. Coming up to the lemon squeezer. There it is. Holy cow. All right. It's a gaping hole. Oh boy. You gotta go through this. That's the AT. Whoa. That's 2 giant boulders. I'm guessing this is a lemon squeezer. This one doesn't look too bad. I can fit through here. Oh wait, it's farther up. Okay, that's not the lemon squeezer. That was just a little taste. That was a little preview. Oh, I gotta step up here. Ooh. Oh boy, this is the lemon squeezer, I'm pretty sure. This is it. Oh goodness. Alright, I'm gonna have to take my pack off and hold it in front of me. Alright, I'm hot and sweaty, but I'm ready to do the lemon squeezer. There's my pack. I got my poles on it. I'm just gonna pick it up and carry it in front of me to squeeze through here. Let's see. I think I should go right-handed. Alright, so I got my pack like this. I'm going step by step. Oh boy. Oh, it's a tight squeeze. Oh boy. Trying not to scrape up my pack too much. Oh my gosh. Oh, the rock is cold. Oh, it's wet. Look at that, it's wet. Oh boy. Just wide enough for a pack. Oh, it's wet. Oh, I just got lemon squeezed. I got lemon slime on me. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, I put my pack up here. Hold on. Whew. There you have it, a lemon squeezer. Oh my god, this ought to be fun. Okay, I left my pack and poles down there because I can come back, circle around and get it after I do this thing. This is going to be the most difficult thing I've done yet. I started trying to do it with a pack on, and it's way too dangerous. It's way too easy to get pulled backwards by your momentum, but as you can see, there's a blaze there, so it's part of the AT. So I gotta get over this. And I have to do it with both hands, so I'll check back in. Okay, so I did it. Without a pack, it was totally different experience. I made it up that thing right there. That crazy rock wall there. All that stuff. I did that in about 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds. Because it's tight, and with a backpack on, you just can't get in there and get your leverage and get your center of gravity where you need it. But with the backpack off, it was relatively easy, actually. Relatively, not easy, but compared to with a backpack, yeah. Good job. Okay, so there's the shelter sign. It is 5:40. There's no sign or anything indicating that it's closed. There's no caution tape up. So let's go down and check it out. It's not too far. So as you can see, I made it to the Fingerboard shelter. It's an older but kind of cool stone shelter. I'll show you around quick. I was worried it would be closed. It's not closed. There's no bear trap or anything, so I don't know what the incident was with the kid who allegedly got pulled out of his tent yesterday by a bear. But you see these two structures on either side look like chimneys. That's because they are. Check this out. You got a little fireplace on that side, and then you get a little fireplace on this side. I don't know if they're operational or not. Obviously not going to try it. But it's a wooden roof, as you can see. Stone walls on three sides. And on the underside there, then of course a wood planking floor. No trail register that I can see. And no broom to sweep it out in here, which is kind of a bummer. Here's the campfire ring. And you can see there's a huge expansive forest. A bunch of land around here. It's not the greatest tenting. You could find some tent spots if you're selective. There is one tent pad that looks like was constructed specifically for tents, and that is right down there. Except that's where Ash is sleeping in his hammock. So because of the bear activity, I decided to sleep inside the shelter. So Carbon is sleeping on the left there, and I will be sleeping on the right here. And my pack is hanging above me. So anyway, that's it. It was a long walk to the water. I'm really relieved that this is open and that there's other people here. I wouldn't want to be here by myself after a bear incident. There are warning signs about bears. You know. And there's bear cables up there, so I'm going to hang my smelly stuff before bed. I'm just about to eat dinner and have a good night. So everything worked out. Got here plenty of time to get ready for bed, eat, clean up, and still get in bed while it's still light out. So everything turned out well in the end, but it was a little stressful there.